And hello everybody, welcome back to British Stand. Guys, today we're going to be discussing the news that has came out over the last hour or so. That is, of course, Apple pulling a data protection tool after the UK government security row. Now, this has caused a lot of outrage, obviously. It's also got some reaction from the United States as well. We're going to be looking at that reaction, but going through all of this and what Apple are actually pulling and what the government were actually trying to, what they were demanding from Apple in the first place. All I will say, it's pretty scary stuff, if you ask me. But as always, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, get involved in the live chat. We'll be taking your reaction on this one a little bit later on in the live stream. But let's go through the news that has come out with regard to this. Apple is taking an unprecedented step of removing its highest level data security tool from customers within the United Kingdom after the government demanded access to user data. Advanced Data Protection, also known as ADP, means only account holders can view items such as photos or documents they have stored online through a process known as end-to-end encryption. But earlier this month, the UK government asked for the right to see the data, which currently not even Apple can access. Apple did not comment at the time, but has consistently opposed creating a backdoor in its encryption service, arguing that if it did so, it would only be a matter of time before bad actors also found a way in. Now, Apple have decided that it will no longer be possible to activate ADP within the United Kingdom. This basically means eventually not all UK customer data stored on iCloud, Apple's cloud storage service, will be fully encrypted. Data with standard encryption is accessible by Apple and shareable with law enforcement if they have a warrant. So, of course, this is kind of scary stuff. We're going to go through what Apple have said with regard to this and then take a look at some other reaction as well. But basically, as noted by Bloomberg's Mark Gurman on X, the UK government ordered Apple to build a backdoor to user data in its advanced data protection feature. Apple refused, which means it can no longer offer the feature to users in the United Kingdom. Apple can no longer offer advanced data protection in the United Kingdom to new users, and current UK users will eventually need to disable this security feature. ADP protects iCloud data with end-to-end encryption, which means the data can only be decrypted by the user who owns it and only on their trusted devices, said Apple in an email sent to the press. So again, that's fairly scary in itself. Now, with regard to what the Home Office said in terms of the government, they said that we do not comment on operational matters, including, for example, confirming or denying the existence of any such notices. So again, didn't really come out and gave a reason as to why they wanted to do this. But basically, in a statement, Apple have stated that this is going to happen eventually on Friday. They said they're gravely disappointed that the security feature would no longer be available to British customers. As we have said many times before, we have never built a backdoor or master key to any of our products, and we will never do it. The ADP service is an opt-in, meaning people have to sign up to get the protection it provides. From 3 o'clock British time on Friday, any Apple user in the UK attempting to turn it on is going to be met with this error message. Existing user access will also be disabled at a later date. It is not known how many people have signed up for ADP since it became available to British Apple customers in December 2022, but regardless, it is fairly scary. It is genuinely fairly scary. And as stated, this has prompted a lot of backlash across the pond as well from US politicians. And one of them even making a threat. Two senior US politicians said it was so serious a threat to the American national security that the US government should reevaluate its intelligence sharing agreements with the United Kingdom unless it was withdrawn. It's not clear that Apple's actions will fully address those concerns, as the IPA order applies worldwide and ADP will continue to operate in other countries. However, regardless, it still is pretty scary, and it's got a lot of people freaking out online over this news that we've received today. Why do the government want this backdoor access in the first place, and why are they now getting it to a point where Apple have to disable this feature for our protection? So our messages, our photos, documents are not going to be encrypted. I know you have to opt into it, but we have the choice to encrypt our files and keep it private. And as Apple have said time and time again, not even they can access it because they haven't made a backdoor to it and never will. So fair play to Apple by standing by their principles in terms of the tech company. But my goodness me, it raises so many freaking questions as to what the UK government want with all of this stuff. And I mean, everyone's talking about a tyrannical government and talking about the way that they want to control us and all of these kind of things. But this is certainly something that is of a different level. It's almost like North Korea level controlling. It's absolutely disgusting and absolutely disgraceful that we have to put up with this mess. And to be fair, in terms of other authoritarian leaders, this is probably something that the other authoritarian leaders are probably going to follow suit with Keir Starmer and this Labour government. But again, we seem like a free nation, but we're not. We know that. The viewers here at British Stand know that we're not a free nation. And as I said, the Prime Minister and his totalitarian demand with regard to this is absolutely disgusting. But I will have to say, hats off to Apple for not bowing down to him. But of course, they have been forced to disable the ADP, the Advanced Data Protection. So as of Friday, you will no longer be able to use that feature due to the Labour government. Absolutely disgusting, and quite frankly, I want to have more answers as to why that the UK government have done. There's not some crappy Home Office response. What did they say with regard to this? This is scary stuff, by the way. They just simply said, we don't comment on operational matters, including, for example, confirming or denying the existence of any such notices. I want answers. I think everybody else wants answers. What the heck do they want with our sort of private data? It's absolutely scary. It's absolutely disgusting. And quite frankly, we are not a free nation anymore. It's not been a free nation since God knows how long, but since Labour have come into power, it's certainly made that clear that we are no longer a free nation. Why the hell should they have the right to access our encrypted files, our messages, our photos, our documents that not even Apple, the creators of the devices, have access to? Who the heck does Keir Starmer and this government think they are? Who the hell do they actually think they are that they're doing this? But again, that's the news. ADP will be disabled as of Friday within the United Kingdom at 3 o'clock for new users, and already existing users, if you already got the feature in place, then it will be disabled at a later date. Guys, I'm going to take some reaction from you people in the comment section below. Let's have a little look. I always wonder what Starmer is going as every day. I mean, it just gets crazier and crazier every single day. It genuinely does. It gets crazier and crazier. The fact that they don't even give us the reason as to why that they why they asked Apple to build this sort of backdoor into the encrypted files is one thing last month. But why are they not coming out and saying why they want this feature? You know, it's not like anybody else has got access to this in terms of other countries. I don't know what is going on in North Korea or whatever, but no other country is operating like this. At least that's not what it says in the mainstream media. It's unprecedented from Apple. It's never been done before. So we're the only country that are doing this. What the hell? This is something you hear like that happens in North Korea, for God's sake. Why are we getting why are we having to be forced with this sort of stuff? It's BS. It's bullcrap constantly. Peter Chaplin says Apple can refuse. They are not British. They have refused. They wanted basically they wanted the Labour government to build a backdoor into the encrypted files. However, did refuse. However, due to this, they do need to weaken their iPhone security in the United Kingdom in terms of the advanced data protection. But they did refuse to build a backdoor that they actually wanted into their encryption service. So they did refuse that, but have been forced to go down another route, of course, with the taking down the ADP. So take of that what you will. But what the UK government was demanding at first was literally something that Apple don't even have access to. They were literally trying to do that, but Apple refused. So bravo to them, I suppose. But still, we're still getting this changed to our iPhones. And I've got an iPhone with me right now. I don't know what's happening with regard to other tech companies. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, God knows. Absolutely God knows. I'm not a tech nerd by any means. I'm just giving you the information that I know. But quite frankly, the actual story and the state of affairs with regard to this is pretty frightening. And a lot of reaction, if you look on X, social media and all of these kind of things, everybody is quite frankly disgusted. And as I said, with the US politicians as well, also wading in as well, making comments on it. But yeah, quite frankly, astonishing from this crazy authoritarian Labour government. It's completely out of control. They don't think they believe they are gods above accountability. They believe they are entitled. Absolutely, by the looks of things. But I just want to know why do they want all this? At least give us a reason as to why you want this. Do you know what I mean? Why do you need all this information? Why are you not coming out and giving us the answers with regard to it? Why are you giving some crappy Home Office response with regard to the situation as well? At least come out and say why you're doing this and why you wanted this information anyway. It's probably because, I mean, if you're going to have a funny meme on your phone, then you're going to probably be going to jail. I mean, that's a joke, guys. I don't know if that's a fact. But, yeah, something like that, having something on your phone that's too bad, you know, a funny joke or whatever. Jesus, you're going to jail. They're going to be checking your phone. Absolutely disgusting. Ian Palmer says, get Android phone. Well, I mean, if they're trying to do that with Apple, surely the encrypted service must not be as good on Android. So surely it's an iPhone problem. Again, I'm not a tech geek. I don't know too much about tech. I just know how to work a laptop and phone and all these kind of things at a moderate level. But surely if they were just having the problem with Apple, that would mean that their encryption was really good, that they couldn't access. Maybe Android was easier to access. I don't know. I don't know the full information, but why would they just target Apple? Why would they just target iPhone? Surely they want to check everybody's encrypted data or data in general. They'll want keys to everybody's homes next. They already have keys to your home. They already have keys to your home. They'll be in your house making a brew. If anything ever goes wrong, they'll be there ready to go. They already have access to your home. But this was obviously something that they wanted full control over. Apple needs to counter this. I think they have. I mean, as I said, I feel I'm repeating myself. Those of you who've been on the live stream, initially they wanted them to build a backdoor entry into their encryption service, which they weren't going to do because they don't have the access to it. So then they had to settle on just taking the advanced data protection away from phone users. So that's going to be taking place on Friday. It's Friday now, 3 p.m. So that's already been and gone. But that's if new users. But people that have already got it in place, you will get an error message soon enough with regard to it, probably in the next few days. And no date was given, but they said new users signing up to ADP will no longer be allowed to do so. Moonin says people will go back to using carrier pigeons to send messages. I like that idea. I don't know how it works with regard to VPNs and stuff. I'm not too sure on VPN situations. So if you're using Surfshark or NordVPN or whatever, Proton VPN or whatever, I'm not sure if it's different. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not too sure how it works. I'm not really a huge tech geek. I don't know too much about tech, but I was just relaying this story to you. So I'm no expert in how the back end mechanisms work on an iPhone. I was just relaying the information to you guys and having a debate about it. Ian Darley says they should have threatened a complete UK withdrawal. There would have been an uproar. No, I mean, that could have been a step they would have taken, but that would have cost them billions. Because literally everybody I know has an iPhone, and I have one as well. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how that would have worked. I don't think Apple would have threatened it, because they would have probably been like, yeah, okay, you can go, because then it's easier for us to access different phones and different encryption and different emails and stuff like that for other devices. So they would have went onto it. So either way, they've been forced to do the ADP situation. So we'll see what comes of that. But I do want answers from this Labour government, don't you? Do you want to understand as to why they want these backdoor entries into our encrypted documents, photos, messages? Why do they need access to all of this? Why does no other country need access to it? But they do. What makes them so righteous and so special that they can get access to our stuff? And also ordering around an American company. Like, get out of it. Get out of it. Keir Starmer is going way too far. Same with this Labour government in general. Why the hell? I want to know why. I just want to know why they want this backdoor entry. Why do they need it? Why do they need it? I'm not too sure. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. I've been rambling on enough. And to be fair, as I said, quite frankly, we could talk all night with regard to it. But as always, do get involved in the comment section below. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and let me know your thoughts on this move.